The Chicago Sky are one of the worst basketball teams I've ever seen. And today, their coach literally just waved the white flag. He quit. He literally just said, Phoenix Mercury, destroy us even more than you're destroying us right now. He basically benched all of his starters not long into the third quarter, just gave up.
A 3-9 record isn't just disappointing, it's historically awful. One of the worst starts in WNBA history. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared us for the flat-out surrender against the Phoenix Mercury. It wasn't a loss, it was a resignation. Coach Tyler Marsh pulled his entire starting five in the third quarter, waving the white flag like a man who'd rather be stranded on a desert island than courtside. It didn't just look bad, it looked like giving up.
Chicago Sky is more like Chicago, why are you on TV? They're embarrassment, bro. There's a reason why the Indiana Fever are on TV all the time, because they actually have a good product, when they have a good game, even a bad game, they're still actually fun to watch. This is horrible. Chicago Sky is an embarrassment, bro. The WNBA definitely screwed up having this game as a national televised game. They screwed up bad.
The Chicago Sky came into their matchup against Phoenix already battered, having lost 5 of their last 6 games. They were averaging a league-worst 18.9 turnovers per game. A number so high it actually makes the 1999 Washington Mystics' infamous 21.1 look almost respectable. This isn't just a team struggling. It's like watching someone attempt brain surgery with oven mitts on and a blindfold over their eyes. Painful, chaotic, almost unbelievable.
What's wrong with them? But, like, they could lose this game by 40. Like, I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with this team. Because today it wasn't even... I don't even think that this was an effort thing. Like, I don't even think this was an effort problem. But at the end of the day, like, they're just not...
The game against Phoenix wasn't just a loss. It was a televised execution in full HD. The Mercury came out swinging, dropping a 31-18 bomb in the first quarter, while the Sky practically handed them 13 points off 8 brutal turnovers. But here's where things turned from bad to unbelievable. Tyler Marsh, the coach brought in to revive this franchise, quite literally threw in the towel midway through the third quarter. It wasn't strategy. It was surrender.
And Chicago Sky fans, hell, they're ready to run Tyler Marsh's ass out. I mean, the way he's playing Angel Reese, I'm going to be real with you. I mean, the one thing she could do was rebound the ball, and he has taken that away. He has taken that away. So much for coming off a triple-double.
The Phoenix Mercury were on fire, shooting 56.5% from the field and a ridiculous 57.1% from beyond the arc. They opened the third quarter with an 11-3 run, stretching their lead to 25 and draining whatever hope was left in the building. Meanwhile, Coach Tyler Marsh looked around his bench like a captain ready to abandon ship. He benched both Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso, sending a clear message to the basketball world. This wasn't about winning anymore. It was about salvaging what little dignity his team had left.
We got a couple players that are banged up, so we want to be mindful of minutes. I think that, when the game got out of hand there midway through the third, for us, it was more preservation at that point. And players were almost at their limit anyway, being on a back-to-back. And so we wanted to be mindful of that. And, if the game wasn't as out of hand, then maybe it would have looked different. But we got to be healthy and ready to go into Atlanta tomorrow. We got 3 games in 4 days with LA on that following Tuesday. So we got to be mindful of having healthy bodies so that we can give us, as good of an effort as we can going into tomorrow's game.
The final score felt less like a game and more like a soul-crushing demolition. Phoenix broke the 100-point mark for the first time this season, torching the net with 17 made threes while Chicago handed them 21 turnovers on a silver platter. Sammy Wickham-Malone went nuclear in the second quarter, drilling 5 threes and turning the United Center into her own private shooting gallery. This wasn't just basketball. This was a brutal public service announcement on what happens when raw potential runs face first into cold, unforgiving reality. and reality shows up swinging a sledgehammer.
Tell you guys, man, when it comes to the Chicago Sky, no one could have predicted that this team was going to be this bad. I mean, they are horrible, bro. I mean, my goodness. If you guys haven't heard by now, the Chicago Sky has lost another damn basketball game, this time to the hands of the Phoenix Mercury. The Phoenix Mercury put BTA all over the Chicago Sky. And I'm here to tell you, Tyler Marsh is getting the focal point of the blame, bro. But to me, you have to blame the players of this damn basketball team, starting with the leader of the team. I just gotta be honest. That is Princess Barbie Angel Reese. Man, she's been trash. Just horrendous. I just gotta be honest.
If you're enjoying this meltdown, go ahead and subscribe. But let's be honest, the most painful part of this whole circus isn't just the losses. It's watching Angel Reese try to twist this train wreck into some kind of post-game optimism. At this point, she's delivering a masterclass in cognitive dissonance. Standing in front of cameras, talking about staying poised and looking for the next shot, while shooting a career-low 31.3% from the field. Lately, her interviews have been word salad tossed and delusion dressing. After the Mercury blowout, she spoke about capitalizing on turnovers and chasing down 50-50 balls, in a game where her team was getting out-hustled by players half their size. Reese, supposedly a rebounding specialist, finished with just 2 boards. And somehow, she's out here talking about taking things personally, like the basketball rim has a personal vendetta against her.
Reese got completely exposed today, man. Y'all see how she only took 1 shot today versus the Mercury and only had 2 rebounds? This goes to show she can't get all those rebounds without taking hella shots, getting her own misses, man. You've been completely exposed today, bricklaying sloth. Completely. When you ain't taking all these shots and missing all these goddamn layups and shit, you can't get your rebounds. So your rebounds go down because no missed shots, no rebounds, man.
The most telling moment came when Reese addressed her BET Sportswoman of the Year award, proudly saying she doesn't complain and shows up to work every day. This, mind you, from the same player who went 0 for 8 against the Liberty and somehow turned basketball into interpretive dance. Through her first 7 games, she's averaging 9.1 points on just 30.9% shooting. Numbers that would make a high school JV player cringe. But the real kicker? The post-game interviews dripping with forced positivity. Reese keeps preaching about giving ourselves grace and being super happy with where we are as a team. That's like standing on the Titanic and complimenting the quality of the ice cubes. She's shooting 28% from within 3 feet. Yes, 3 feet. The basketball equivalent of bricking layups in an empty gym. And yet, she's talking about expanding her range to mid-range jumpers. Sis, finish at the rim first.
Obviously, this is my 3rd one. Obviously, it really meant something to other people today because it's me. And I just focus on basketball. I come into work every day and work. I don't complain. I don't care about anything else. I have bad days. I haven't been playing well at all. And I can sit here and just mope around and point the finger, but it's been me. And I take accountability. I come in every day and try to be better than the next and better than the last. And I know my teammates trust me. I know they have my back. Everyone has my back for everything. And I just love that being a part of a team that I know really trusts me and trusts my work, and everything else is everything else. I'm just here just to come to work every day and go home. That's all I want to do, is just come to work and being able to enjoy my job that I love. People would die and kill to have this job. And being able to play with the best players in the world means a lot to me. I put my all in this. I do.
Tyler Marsh came to Chicago draped in championship pedigree, fresh off helping the Las Vegas Aces to back-to-back titles. He was sold as the basketball whisperer, the guy who'd unlock Angel Reese's star potential and mold Kamilla Cardoso into a dominant frontcourt force. Instead, he's become the face of what happens when sky-high expectations crash headfirst into immovable incompetence. The breaking point? That third quarter against Phoenix, where Marsh stared at his bench like a man planning his own escape. Down 25 and watching the game spiral into pure chaos, he made a choice that might define, and possibly derail, his coaching rep. He pulled his starters and waved the white flag. This wasn't strategic rest. This was surrender in bold font. His post-game explanation? Classic damage control, all about player preservation and back-to-back scheduling. But nobody was buying it.
So I had to spin the block. Tyler Marsh, it's time to go. You still have no game plan for the Chicago Sky. And it seems like the games where you're only running offense through Kamilla and you don't have offense at least through somebody else is no plan for that. They're getting blown out extremely bad. I don't understand it.
But anyone with functioning eyes could see what really happened. Tyler Marsh had seen enough basketball carnage and decided protecting his players' mental health was more important than competing. It was the coaching equivalent of calling your mom to pick you up from a sleepover because the other kids are being mean. And the worst part, this wasn't a one-time moment of frustration. It's becoming a pattern. Marsh has been growing more blunt in post-game pressers, like when he watched his team cough up 22 turnovers against the Liberty and deadpanned. We can't continue to beat ourselves. The man brought in to develop elite talent has now become a full-time damage control specialist, spending more time spinning disasters than celebrating wins. His comments on the turnover plague are especially revealing. We've had more offensive possessions than the opposing team, but we've hurt ourselves with turnovers, and a lot of that is our own doing. Translation: my players are basketball chaos agents, and I'm running out of ways to say it without getting fired.
He has to figure out how to get experience in understanding basketball. As far as the instincts of it, the right adjustments, and the flow of the game. He doesn't have a lot of experience in that aspect. And he struggles with that. And I think that's a huge problem with him. He struggles with that aspect of understanding the game, when to call timeouts, how to manage his players on the court and off the court, putting him in position to win.
To truly grasp the scale of this collapse, you have to understand just how historically bad the Chicago Sky have been this season. Their 0-4 start tied the worst in franchise history. And somehow, it's only gotten uglier from there. A staggering 60-point differential through their first 2 games set a WNBA record for the worst opening stretch ever. But it's not just about the losses, it's how they're losing. This team put up just 52 points against Indiana, their lowest total since 2011. They've allowed 91 or more points in 4 straight games, while barely managing to crack 80 themselves. This isn't just losing, it's basketball persecution on a biblical scale. And the defensive numbers? Absolutely nightmarish. Chicago owns the league's worst defensive rating at 113.6, giving up 94.3 points per game. They're the only team that hasn't held an opponent under 90. Opponents are hitting 45.1% from 3, effectively turning every matchup into a citywide 3-point contest. This isn't a defense. It's an open gym.
Issue. Rebecca Allen is just pretty much pointless. Haley Van Lift, pointless. We all know Kia Nurse has no business. Kia Nurse, along with Rachel Banham, have no business being on our